are at La Fortuna Waterfall. We made it for the 9 o'clock. And it's not extremely busy so far anyway. We got our tickets beforehand. We used a VPN to buy our tickets, so I guess we'll see what kind of charges we get, if any. Said we were in Canada. My credit card went through on my Call It eSIM, so let's try this a second time. We wanted to rent a locker just so we could get changed, and you have to rent it at the reception. So here's our locker. Oof, that is... We're doing the bridges this afternoon though, so get used to it. Really cool. So yeah, La Fortuna Waterfall was an option with Exoticca. We opted out and drove ourselves there. It definitely was worth it for us because the price of admission was substantially lower than if we would have had a guide with us. And I didn't find this really in need of a guide. So, just my personal opinion. Later that day, we had opted in for the Mystico Hanging Bridges Tour with Exoticca. The park was out of town center, down some windy and, at times, bumpy roads. Can't wait to tell you more about this one.
Going up, but not like down to up to down. The root is in one branch, they start involving the tree, and eventually it's gonna connect on the ground. When the root connect on the ground, it's gonna be more stronger, and it's gonna start asphyxiating the other tree, right? Basically, this fig tree is gonna die, right? This palm is in the Aracacia family, right? They have the ability to move around 1 meter in a year. Those wild pigs is possible to see here. Wow. The caris, foot of the jaguar. When that animal is close, the smell around is terrible. Oh yeah, that is the natural mechanism for attract the jaguar. You can see why, right? Yeah. Broccoli tree. This is the famous broccoli tree. Chilamate is the name.
Oh my god. If you can't tell, we are at the Mystico Hanging Bridges Park. And Ryan is freaking out at me because I'm holding the camera and trying to cross this crazy bridge. There. Safe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't worry, buddy. I got him safe. He's in one piece so far.
Oh, the beans.
This is paradise. Paradise.
Did you see the family with the baby?
No?
They ran by us.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Nothing like rain in the jungle. This is amazing. Wow. Thank you.
Usually we cross that.
Yeah.
They are in the back. They don't saw it.
Yeah.
Remember the wild pigs? You smell and you saw it, right? Wild pigs. They carry.
Sorry guys, you missed the wild pigs that just stinkily crossed here somewhere in those woods in the jungle. Look at the mist. We are back from that amazing time at Mystico, and we are going to try to get to Soda Rodriguez, which is right up the street, and it has authentic food, but it's really raining, if you can hear it. So see you in a bit. I really want to show you this place. It's like really, really gorgeous. I've been reading a lot about it, and I didn't realize it's right up the street. We were gonna walk, but
I don't think so.
yeah, no.
No.
All right, we're gonna take this little beater here and see if we can get it up the road. I know. Frustrating.
Maybe can we
Gracias. Oh, wow. We are in a tree house. And there's our car. There. Isn't this beautiful? ¿Cómo estás? What's the meow meow doing, huh? Buenas noches. So this is it. Last night in La Fortuna. So we went to Soda Rodriguez. So they just had kind of the house selection. We both got tacos, and then we went across the street afterwards to Mary's Barbecue and had some more nachos and some quesadillas. And now we're back. We're just gonna sit here and have one of these imperial beers on our deck with this beautiful sound in the backdrop. Yeah, it's been a pretty good trip. Really had an amazing time at Mystico, as you can see by the massive amount of videos that it's going to be shown. It was absolutely stunning. Our guide told us so much about the trees and about the different animals. We even got to see a tarantula, and it was just, the forest is just so magical there. So that is definitely something that I would pay a guide for. If you go to Mystico, if you come here, I would definitely recommend getting a guide. If you were to pick one place to get a guided tour, I would say Mystico. The volcano is definitely worth as well, at least getting some kind of research before going to the volcano, so you can like appreciate and not just walk up a trail. It's crazy how you walk up trails and you just kind of just go, and if you don't have the history behind it, it's a completely different experience with the history. So yeah. Anyways, tomorrow we head out to Jocko, which is the finale. Like, all the tours have been really great so far. Exoticca, with their self-drive, put us on like kind of by ourselves. We had, I think, 8 people, but it didn't feel like 8 people at Mystico because it was a wide trail. But all of the guides have been excellent with Canoa Tours. And that's who we were with the whole time for all of our tours. And they've been amazing. They did a really good job. And they're a reputable company. They have a full-on office here. So I would recommend them if you're coming here as well. The La Fortuna Waterfall was... I would never get a guided tour for that. Maybe it might have something special with a guide, but again, if you just kind of walk through things, you don't really like know the history. So I'm sure there's a history, and having a guide would be great, but I chose not to. Anyways, I must say, Soda Rodriguez had a passion fruit margarita, and it must have had about 4 shots of alcohol in it, and it was like a couple dollars. So I was like pretty like lit by the time I left there. And yeah, tomorrow is going to be all inclusive. I can't wait to show you all the drinks at Best Western, to have all the different juices, and the fruits here taste completely different, and all the authentic food. It's been completely amazing here. This is it. This is the last night in the jungle before we head out to the tropical breeze section of our tour. We're gonna go tomorrow and try to get Ryan a new pair of socks and hopefully a new hat, because we got to get some souvenirs for him. I got a couple shirts, a Costa Rica bracelet. I know you get like a Pura Vida bracelet, and I'm gonna get one of those tomorrow. Exoticca's been great. Exoticca, really, I recommend them. You do have to know what you're doing. Check the flights. It just literally, they book you a flight. You have to check the flight and see if what kind of baggage you can bring on the flight. Get your seats yourself on the flight, or you can do a land only tour, so you book your own flights and then they just take care of all the stuff on land, which they've been really, really good. Everything has been great. I love this hotel. It's beautiful. And it may not be like up to par for some people, but to me, it's great. I forgot to show you I'll have to give you a tour of the room, but we'll wait for a little bit for that.